Ever since rolling credits on Split Fiction, I've been grappling with the question, is that the greatest co-op game I've ever played? And I think it is. Let me be clear, it's not the best game that has ever had co-op in it, but it's the best co-op game. Portal 2, Halo, Baldur's Gate 3 are better games to me than Split Fiction, but I don't think there is a better co-op experience than what Split Fiction provides. Let me put it this way, Split Fiction is like entering the arcades with your mate for the very first time and the joy that comes with that. Sure, not every machine is the greatest thing you've ever experienced, but it is the overall experience that is unforgettable that makes that trip so special. The point is, you come away thinking just how good of a time you had because of that experience you had with someone else. That is Split Fiction. I like the characters here, and the story was okay, it had something to say, but the experience of co-op with a friend is what made this game so special. We're at a period now where there's simply so many video games, it can be hard to find something that feels new and different. The only other games like Split Fiction come from Hazelight Studios in A Way Out and It Takes Two, and they are so distinct because they are uncompromising in that they are co-op only experiences. That's what makes them so unique and therefore so distinct. A competitive minigame of racing against a co-op partner, trying to navigate them through a puzzle that you have the keys to, or just watching the sheer madness unfold. I'm exhausted by video game discourse. Every video game that releases now just seems to have some big drama around it. But this game breathed new life into me. It's just that good. Nothing about this game feels cynical, there's no appeasing in the game's length and exaggerating its runtime, no designs around microtransactions or battle passes. In fact, one friend buys it, gets a friend pass for free. Cross-platform, no issues, it's just refreshing. So let's talk specifics as to why I really love this video game, and despite the fact that I played it online with a friend, it still provided that couch co-op feeling. And let's be clear, the couch co-op genre is a dying breed. Even staple games like Halo with Halo Infinite didn't even launch with co-op, never mind couch co-op. Hazelight Studios are single-handedly carrying the co-op genre. But it's how co-op functions here that is so remarkable. Whether it's basic things like opening up a bridge while another jumps on, tossing a ball for the other to catch, solving a phone puzzle on the back of a bike, opening up a portal for the other one to jump through, or putting some ketchup on another sausage. It's bonkers, it's baffling, it's brilliant. It reminds me a lot of Astro Bot. Here's this really fun mechanic, you're going to muck about with it for half an hour or so, and then we're just going to move on like nothing happened. And that just goes so well with this sci-fi and fantasy combination. When you pair these throwaway mechanics with the bouncing back and forth of these worlds, it creates a formula that is just constantly surprising you. You begin in this night city looking cyberpunk aesthetic before jumping to a medieval town doing leap of faith whilst being chased by ogres. It's a formula that just doesn't get old because of how it consistently swaps between the two genres at breakneck speed. The game also has what it calls side stories, optional missions that once again break down the different genres. You'll be making your way through the fiction realm when you spot a portal that will traverse you into a sci-fi train heist, for example. They just act as mini stories, change up the pace, give you some new mechanics, and you're always looking out for them because they're such a good time. Sometimes even better than what you're doing in the main plot. Going from this dark neon city to a farm where you're a farting flying pig or a big screwed up one, and where that goes, by the way, is absolutely insane and hilarious. This game is fucking spectacular, by the way. I mean, the sheer variety of its environments is absolutely nuts. Fully realised and rendered worlds for everything, man, that you can think of. Cyberpunk cities, medieval towns, space stations, planetary bases, dragon keeps, ghost towns. I mean, it's just, words don't do justice for how many different vistas and locations this game offers up. How good every one of them looks, the change up in mechanics, all whilst running flawlessly. There were so many moments in my playthrough where I was just stunned and speechless at what I was witnessing and playing, genuinely. I just don't want to show half of them because I want people to experience them for themselves. It's just incredible to me to not only execute between sci-fi and fantasy, but to do it on the scale in which they have. And there is no crossover. No two sci-fi environments are the same, no two fantasy environments are the same. The game's willingness to present you with something so wonderful and then just dispose of it half an hour later is nothing but sheer insanity in the best way to me. As a big sci-fi fan too, we get a lot of sci-fi interpretations now, but the sci-fi that's in this game is fucking cool and so aesthetically pleasing. I really love it. Look, there's no denying that I prefer the main characters and plot of It Takes Two over what we got here, but to me, these characters and the story are just a vessel to get you through. They never distracted me from the joy I was having from the moment to moment, and to be fair, there were some moments that really did hit me, and it took a while for these characters to get going, but once it did, it made me pause and begin to resonate with these characters. It's just more that the dynamic of two friends compared to It Takes Two wasn't quite there, but it's not a problem that takes away from the game, it just didn't add to it for me. And I like what the game had to say in it being a commentary in AI though. As I hear more CEOs glaze AI usage, especially in video games, I look at this video game and not a chance would AI even develop half as good a concept as what this video game is, as inventive as these mechanics are, and just a fun factor of what this game presents. Just because I didn't love it, didn't mean I didn't appreciate it. Split Fiction is also a really nice homage to video games in general, in the same way that Astrobot was a big celebration of PlayStation. Here in Split Fiction, this celebrates video games across all the genres, and it really isn't afraid to wear its inspirations on its sleeves. Whether that's nods to Metal Gear, Assassin's Creed, its own games in little Easter eggs, or literal game mechanics in what you're doing in the moment to moment. It takes a Mega Man inspired level, but adds its own unique puzzles to it. It doesn't shy away from its inspirations, but it doubles down by adding what they want to add to it. I also won't sit here and say that I loved every single mechanic in this video game, because I didn't, but I did love the majority of them. It's the kind of experimentation you often only see in Nintendo games now. It goes back to what I said about arcades. Not everything in there you love, but you're happy to try it all out, see how it was, and move on. Even if some mechanics in here aren't new, you've never played them like this, where the game is asking you to be a Metroid ball, but you need your partner's help in transporting you across water or cannonballing you across the map. Split Fiction is its own unique thing, that while some things here may be familiar, is still brand new. I mean it when I say that other than Hazel Light Studios' other games like It Takes Two and A Way Out, there is nothing like this, and I'm tired, man, of hearing video games are washed and they're boring and they're all the same and there's nothing new. Go play this then! To me, this is a lot of what video games are all about. The fun factor, the cooperative nature, the humour, the gameplay, and a word too for how fantastic the soundtrack is, considering it spans these two very different genres and has some big blood-pumping music for the boss fights. The humour too, by the way, the writing doesn't always work, and some things are a little cringy, but Jesus Christ, this game is funny as hell at times, that I was belly laughing at some of the moments in this video game. Just top tier, imaginative stuff that you don't see coming, and it really gets you. Often in side missions, but along the main path too. I think humour is very important in a couch co-op game, so I'm really pleased that they got this right. I'm not going to show it, but I will leave a link to my reaction in the description. The final sequence in this video game is one of the best endings in video games this generation. Wow. I refuse to spoil those moments for someone, so that's why I won't show it. But I mean, talk about using the split screen function. It is breathtaking. As someone who sometimes just cannot shut up, I have no words to describe just how good that final sequence is. Joseph Fares and Hazel Light Studios must be protected at all costs. I was already excited about Split Fiction going into it. It Takes Two is incredible, and the idea of blending sci-fi and fantasy seemed perfect. I just didn't think they could execute it in the way they have here. This is a memorable video game experience. I won't be thinking too much about these characters or the story, but I will be remembering this video game for a long time. It's a video game that I'll be telling people to play if they're new to video games or if they want something new and fresh. It's so easy to feel cynical about games now, in how games are priced, deluxe editions of early access, battle passes, cosmetics, discourse. There's just none of that here. It's priced at 40 quid in the UK. You and a friend go half, 20 quid each. Doesn't matter about platforms, full crossplay. I cannot recommend this video game enough, man. It's a game of moments, but not in the traditional way. The first time you load into a new sci-fi world and fly into it, watching the spectacle unfold. Spotting a little mini game for you and your friend to go and get a high score on or compete. Purposefully dropping your mate's bridge so they fall to the death. The blood getting pumping as you head into a boss fight. Or sitting on a bench while the screen blends together and just sitting in awe of this amazing world they've created. We're only in March, but 2025 has got a job on its hands trying to find me a video game that I will enjoy more this year. Split Fiction is a fucking special video game, and I really hope you go and play it. That's just my thoughts on Split Fiction. I want to hear, have you played it? If so, what did you think? What was your favourite world or mechanic or side story? Or have I now convinced you to pick it up? Otherwise, just give me some of your favourite co-op memories in video games, from Halo to Gears of War to Army of Two. If you enjoy the video, leaving a like genuinely helps me out, and if you are new here, this is what we do. We talk about the things we love about video games, so if you want more of that, consider subscribing. All socials are linked down below. Regardless, I hope you have a terrific day. Play games, get gains, and I'll catch you next one.